Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Your program is about to begin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm cardinal welcome to Assistant Vice President for Alumni Relations and Annual Giving, Josh Hawkins.
Good evening. Please continue to enjoy your dinner and dessert as we get ready for our program. Thank you for joining us for our University of Louisville Alumni Awards. We're pleased that you're here with us tonight to honor this year's group of deserving alumni whose contributions and dedicated service has made the University of Louisville a world-class institution. Before we begin our program, I want to recognize a few special guests who are with us this evening. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Our university president, Dr. Kim Schatzel, and her husband, Trevor. Josh Hurd, Director of Athletics. Our Vice President of Advancement, Brent Piper. Each of our academic and unit deans, please stand. And members of our Board of Trustees, President's Council, President's Cabinet, and our Alumni Association Board of Directors, please stand. I personally would like to give thanks to our entire team in our Office of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving. They're sprinkled throughout the entire room tonight. As you know, homecoming is always one of our busiest times of the year. We enjoy welcoming everyone back to campus, not only for this week, but throughout the entire year across the country. So would like to recognize each of them specifically. Two of our staff members who are responsible for our event tonight, Sarah Neff and Kelsey Gooden. Don't know exactly where they are, but they hate to be recognized, but let's give them a round of applause. I'd also like to thank again our presenting sponsor, Angels Envy. Angels Envy is truly invested in the university and a wonderful partner. From sponsoring campus and athletic initiatives to our recent collaboration for the 225th anniversary, they've been an outstanding partner. I'd also like to thank our additional sponsors who are with us this evening, Vidionics and Flywheel Brewing. Let's thank each of our sponsors. So this week's homecoming celebration is a special time of year where we are fortunate to welcome our alumni and friends back to campus. But tonight is the highlight of our overall homecoming festivities. This celebration recognizes distinguished graduates who are extraordinary ambassadors for the university and their college or school. The accomplishments of our alumni fellows, 3 signature award winners, and our Alumnus of the Year truly demonstrate what it means to be a graduate of this university. I truly believe everyone present tonight will walk away feeling inspired to be a part of the university. So thank you again for being here tonight. So now it is my pleasure for the presentation of our 2023 Wilson Wyatt Alumnus of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, we're honored to have our 2022 Alumna of the Year, Lucy Lee Helm, who is with us this evening, to introduce our 2023 Wilson Wyatt Alumnus of the Year. Let's welcome Lucy to the stage.
Thank you. As Josh said, I was honored to be the Wilson Wyatt Alumni of the Year for 2022, and I am so proud to introduce the Wilson Wyatt Alumnus of the Year for 2023, Steve Trager. It's really hard to imagine, now you can clap for him. It's really hard to imagine a person more deserving of recognition and celebration in this community of Louisville than Steve Trager. Steve is a change maker, a person committed to making impact in his community. He is a man of action, not words. He uses his gifts of time, treasure, and talent to support and uplift others. He is a model of what service and generosity can look like in a community. He received his Juris Doctorate from the University of Louisville School of Law in 1985. He was active there in Delta Theta Phi, and he was part of the Brandeis Law Journal. He serves as part of the U of L President's Council, and he has had a long career with the Republic Bank. It's a most respected institution in our Commonwealth, and he started as the Vice President General Counsel. He was the CEO and chairman of the board, and now is the executive chair. He also serves now as the president of the Trager Family Foundation. Steve's U of L roots go deep. He's the son of adopted U of L alums Jean Trager and Bernard Trager, and the late Bernard Trager. And through the generosity of the Trager family and the Trager Family Foundation, U of L has access to amazing facilities and places. The Trager Field Hockey Stadium, the Trager Center, the Trager Plaza on Belknap campus, the Trager Institute, which including the Optimal Aging Group, and that really protects and uplifts people in all ages. And my notes from the university about Steve end there, but I need to say a couple other things. When you think about the leadership of an entity like Republic Bank, the largest financial institution in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, you can look no further than that institution to understand what leadership can do and the leadership of people like Steve. As a community bank, he says it is to serve the entire community. It's internally and externally, that bank walks the walk, and its leaders represent. They have values-affected programs and projects. They address tough challenges in our community. They make an impact through investments and action. From investing in health equity, mentoring underrepresented leaders, providing financial literacy across the community, including through the pandemic, championing diversity and inclusion, invested in forgotten and underserved areas of our city, making a difference every day, and that's under Steve's leadership. And then personally, Steve doesn't quit. He does everything. He's been involved in the Boy Scouts, in the Junior Achievement, in juvenile diabetes, in the Fund for the Arts. So many things in ways that he's touched, in so many ways he's represented this university so proudly. So thank you, Steve, for creating and modeling a culture of leadership, caring, and generosity. For all you have done for the University of Louisville, for all you've done for our community, we thank you. We are Cardinal proud.
Thank you all so much, and thank you, Lucy. You know, it is an incredible honor to be here with so many distinguished guests. The group of award winners are just fantastic. Most importantly to me are my family. I'm proud to have 3 generations of Tragers here. From my mom, my wife Amy, my wife of 39 years, will be 40 in March, my kids, their spouses. You know, that's the honor. That's what it's all about for us Tragers. In addition to that, I'm very honored to have my Republic Bank family here. You know, the Republic Bank family, I'm proud to say, they're the ones who put me in a position to do these kinds of things. So people ask me all the time, where did this come from? I mean, where did your desire to do good? We've been blessed to be able to do some nice things in the community. And it's very clear. It comes from 2 things: my faith, my Jewish faith, and my parents, Gene Trager, who's with us here tonight, and my dad, who's with us in spirit. You know, my parents came from nothing, and they taught us, they mention a term in Judaism all the time, and it's called tzedakah. And they both came from nothing. My dad went to U of L a few years, but he couldn't afford to graduate. And they talked about incessantly with me, my kids, the whole family, about tzedakah. And when they grew up and they had nothing, like a lot of Jewish families, they had a tzedakah box. And that box was a box that they would come home every day and put a few coins in the box. That was for other people, those that had a need. It didn't matter how much it was. So that has always stuck with me, and it's meant a lot to me. And in our faith, in the Jewish faith, if you look up the definition of tzedakah, we don't consider giving just a good deed. It's an obligation. So I'm very proud of that faith. I learned it from my parents. I hope to pass it on to my next generation. Thank you all very much.
Congratulations to Steve Trager, our 2023 Wilson Wyatt Alumnus of the Year. Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Lois Kronholm, the 2022 College of Arts and Sciences Fellow.
Good evening. I am Dr. Lois Kronholm, the proud 2022 College of Arts and Sciences Alumni Fellow. I am honored to introduce to you the 2023 Alumni Fellow, Mary Ann Butler. You will learn more about her. Here is just a brief introduction. Mary Ann received 2 degrees from the University of Louisville, a Bachelor of Science in Political Science in 1989, and the Master of Public Administration in 1993. Since graduating from the U of L, Mary Ann has established a career in local government. She has held positions under the Jefferson County C District Commissioner with Governor Andy Beshear and with the Louisville Metro Council District 15. Currently, Mary Ann holds the position of City Clerk for the City of Middletown, Kentucky. She serves on several boards, including U of L, Mary and Elizabeth Hospital, the Waterford Development Board, the HB 314 Committee, and the Dismissed Charities Community Board. Please join me in welcoming Mary Ann Butler to the stage.
Thank you for this honor, and special thanks to my friend and mentor, Lynn Hampton, for nominating me for this award. My enrollment at U of L was definitely a formative time that didn't just shape my future, it helped solidify my career of public service. My parents certainly reinforced this with their own example, giving back, volunteerism, and public service. I was honored to have nearly half the U of L campus in my district when I served on Metro Council. I watched it grow from a commuter campus to a residential campus with multiple housing options, new buildings, parking garages that when I was here we would have coveted. Doing my part to move these projects along was not only for economic development, it was and is about future generations and ensuring that they have many opportunities as they navigate their own career path and make a positive difference in our society. I've served on many boards and on Metro Council for 12 years, but I can tell you that my time at the U of L Health Mary and Elizabeth Board has been one of the most rewarding. Seeing the hospital brought back to life, services formerly offered returning to the area, and now the birthing place. Talk about transforming not just a community, but many lives as well. And I would not be much of a board chair if I did not remind you that it's not too late to raise a little L. And when you do, go online and show your love. Please select Mary and Elizabeth, the birthing place. It's under U of L Health. And thank you very much for this honor. I'm greatly honored. And please raise a little L.
Please welcome Lynn Hampton, the 2022 College of Business Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Lynn Hampton, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the College of Business. And tonight it's my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Camilla Abel Schroeder. Camilla has received her Bachelor of Science in Commerce degree in the Business Administration from the University of Louisville in 1990. She serves on numerous boards, including chairing the U of L College of Business Board of Advisors. For 26 years, Camilla has been the president and owner of Advance Ready Mix, the largest locally owned contract producer in the Louisville area. Under her leadership, the company has generated exponential growth in supplying concrete for many notable projects that all of you know, including the KFC Yum Center, the Lincoln Bridges, and now the Ford Blue Oval SK in Glendale, Kentucky. Please join me in welcoming Camilla Abel Schroeder.
Thank you, Lynn. Thanks for the introduction. Lynn and I are in the U of L Executive Business Group, Women's Business Group, that is headed up by Jane Goldstein. Jane and that group are really the way that I got reconnected to the business school about 15 years ago. Thank you, Jane, for being here, and thank you for being continued leader and support for all of us that are in that group and for the College of Business. I would also like to congratulate each of the honorees tonight. I'm humbled to be a part of this distinguished group. Growing up in a family business, the dinner table became the first place that I learned about the trials and tribulations of owning a business. My mother and father both worked in the business, and it was natural to discuss it at night over dinner. It was then that I knew that I would attain a college degree in business, and that I also want to thank my mother, who is here, who was a huge mentor for me and being a woman in a construction business and in a family business. I also want to thank my two sisters that are here as well. My brother was not able to be here. But those are also, we all sat around the kitchen table and learned about what it was like to have a family business and be a part of that. The College of Business brought me to U of L, but my sorority, Delta Zeta, is what kept me here. It was that group of friends who supported and encouraged me throughout my college career. To this day, they are still my dearest friends, and I feel blessed to have them share life's journey with me. Thank you for being here tonight. My biggest supporter is, of course, my husband, John, and my two children, Mason and Ellie. They're not children, they're my kids. Thank you for being here tonight and making this crazy journey of life full of fun and love. Thank you for this honor.
Please welcome Amy Farnsworth, the 2022 School of Dentistry Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Amy Farnsworth, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the School of Dentistry. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Dr. James Stroll. James received his Doctor of Dental Medicine from the University of Louisville in 1962 and completed his residency in oral and maxillofacial surgery in 1965, also at the University of Louisville. He established Stroll Oral Surgery and operates this practice with his son, Gregory Stroll, Dr. Gregory Stroll, who is also a University of Louisville School of Dentistry alumnus. James has also been a faculty member at the University of Louisville School of Dentistry, where he was named Teacher of the Year in 1994. His involvement with the university also includes the Dental School Alumni Council and President's Council. Please join me in welcoming Dr. James Stroll to the stage.
Thank you. Imagine it's August 22nd, 1955. It's 89 degrees and sunny, and it was the first day of my classes at the University of Louisville. From there, I went on to graduate from the University Dental School and have gone on to teach and be a mentor to the residents. From a middle-class background, I was the first person in my family to go to college, but decidedly not the last. Since then, I've forged a 56-year oral and maxillofacial career in a practice I share with my son, and at 3 days a week, I'm still going strong. We built our family around the importance of education. All three of our children graduated from college in the 1980s. Since then, we've passed that value down to our grandchildren. 5 of the 6 are college graduates, except for the youngest, who is still in high school, but will attend college next year. None of this would have been possible without the love of my life, Nancy, my wife and partner for 62 years and counting. Almost 70 years after my first steps on campus, I am still an ambassador for the university. When I think back to my first day on campus, I never imagined the success I would achieve in my career, with my family, or in my life. I am humbled and honored by the award you have bestowed upon me tonight. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Evan Holliday, the 2022 recipient of the Emerging Leader Award.
Hello, good evening. This is really exciting. So my name is Evan Holliday. I am the 2022 Emerging Leader Award recipient. It is my honor tonight to present to you this year's Emerging Leader, Alex Frommeyer. Alex received his Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering in 2010 and his Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering in 2011 from the University of Louisville. He is the co-founder and CEO of Beam Benefits, one of the most innovative companies in the healthcare and benefits industry. And under his leadership, Beam Benefits has raised over $200 million in venture capital and has over 300 employees. Alex and Beam Benefits have been recognized in the Forbes 30 Under 30, Central Ohio's Smart 50, and the Kentucky Entrepreneur Hall of Fame, among many others. Please join me in welcoming Alex Frommeyer to the stage.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate the honor, and I've had a tremendously fun day on campus. I spent a great lunch with some of the most influential leaders that helped guide me through my time as a student at U of L, Dean Martis, Jenny Sawyer, and a bunch of others. And then spent the afternoon with some speed school students, and then later gave a talk to some MBA students in the business school. And one thing I mentioned to the MBA students that really resonated, I think, was my story being a thoroughly U of L story. I met both of my co-founders of my company at U of L, and people always ask me, how do you meet your co-founders? It's really hard to find somebody to start a business with. I was like, for me, it was easy. One of my co-founders was in the dorm room next to me at Unitas Tower, and so we met the weekend, opening weekend, and then I sat down in the first day of calculus class next to my other co-founder, and we ended up grinding through Calculus 101 with a legendary tag team professors, Tyler and Ralston, who every speed school student has to get through in order to make it to the other side. And that's how I found my co-founders of my business. I also met my wife in the speed school. We met at the Ali Center. My wife Amelia is here with me. We met at the Ali Center at a speed school fundraiser in 2011. Yeah, 2011. Yeah. And our first date was at a U of L football game. And today is actually the 11th anniversary of our first date. How about that? So it's really fun to be back to campus, spending some time with some of the people that have mattered a ton to me personally and professionally. I'm really grateful for the honor, and thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Awab Habib, the 2022 College of Education and Human Development Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Awab Habib, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the College of Education and Human Development. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Wade Houston. Wade joined the U of L men's basketball team in 1963, becoming one of the first 3 African-American players to receive a scholarship. He held many coaching positions throughout his career, including serving as an assistant coach of the Louisville Cardinals under legendary head coach Denny Crum. After his distinguished career in athletics, he co-founded HJI Supply Chain Solutions, the largest minority-owned transportation company in North America. Please join me in welcoming Wade Houston to the stage.
Thank you so much for this award. Congratulations to the other recipients. And I have to give a huge thanks for my wife, Alice. I can remember coming home one day from school and telling her we were going to leave in 2 weeks going to France. And she said, "Are you crazy?" But anyway, I am just thrilled to get this award. And my family knows that education is so critical to us. And I have grandkids here, and I have kids here, and I want them to know that pretty much everything I am, what I stood for, is because of my education. The University of Louisville took a chance on me in 1963, offered me a scholarship. In 1973, gave me a chance to come back and get my master's degree, and I will be grateful forever to the university for taking a chance on me. In addition to going to school, I tell my grandkids and my kids, don't just settle for a graduate degree, go further. Get your master's, get your PhDs, because it will open so many doors for you. And in addition to that, service is also important, service in which you give back. So not just getting an education, but service to others, to mankind, is so critical. Thank you so much again for this degree.
Please welcome Dean Beth Boehm, Dean of the Graduate School and Vice Provost for Graduate Affairs.
Good evening. My name is Beth Boehm, the Dean of the Graduate School. It is my honor to present to you this year's Graduate School Alumni Fellow, Cedric Francois. Cedric received his Doctorate of Philosophy in Physiology from the University of Louisville in 2004. Before that, he was a medical doctor who did his postgraduate training in pediatric and transplant surgery. He joined the research team that performed the first successful hand transplant in Louisville in 1999. He also participated in the Louisville face transplant team, contributing to the first successful face transplant in Lyon, France. Then he came to graduate school. Cedric founded Apellis Pharmaceuticals, Potentia Pharmaceuticals, Revon Systems, and Liberate Medical. He presently serves as CEO and director at Potentia Pharmaceuticals and as president, chief executive officer, and director at Apellis Pharmaceuticals, which is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in Kentucky. Cedric is not able to join us this evening, although he'll be at the football game on Saturday. But he stopped by campus earlier this fall to record a message. Please turn your attention to the screen.
Good evening, everyone. It is such a pleasure to virtually be with you tonight. I wish I could have been there in person, but unfortunately, I could not make it happen. I feel incredibly blessed and honored by this award. University of Louisville has a very dear and near place in my heart, and is really the reason why, through the course of my life, I was so fortunate to be able to do some of the things that I did. I have so many people to thank, but a very special thank you goes to Drs. John Barker and Claudio Maldonado, who welcomed me in their arms in the year 1999 when I decided to come here. So what a great place to grow up, what a great place to live, and thank you all so much for this honor.
Now welcome Renee Campbell, the 2022 Raymond A. Kent School of Social Work and Family Science Fellow.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Renee Campbell, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the Raymond A. Kent School of Social Work. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Tamara Adams. Tamara received her Bachelor's of Art in Psychology with a minor in Pan-African Studies in 1996, her Master's of Science in Social Work in 1997, and her Doctor of Philosophy in Social Work in 2004 from the University of Louisville. She served in multiple roles at the University of Louisville, including Interim Director of Multicultural Center, Assistant Dean for Advising and Student Support Services in the College of Arts and Sciences, an Assistant Professor and Director of Undergraduate Programs in the Department of Pan-African Studies. In 2022, she joined Bellarmine University, where she served as the Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer within the President's Office, as well as Associate Professor of African American and African Diaspora Studies. Please join me in welcoming Tamara Adams to the stage.
Well, good evening. It's great to be here tonight, and it is definitely an honor for me to receive this award. I grew up on this campus, just like so many of you, hearing your stories. I want to take a moment and just I acknowledge the Kent School of Social Work and Family Science for honoring me tonight. I'm really proud to be a social worker and know that I was taught and mentored by some of the greatest clinicians and scholars that there are in the country, and how it is that they taught me to stand in justice and with compassion. I will admit, I initially wanted to be a school teacher. My aunts told me that there's no money in being a school teacher, so I became a social worker. And what I learned at the end of the day is that I loved being on this campus so much. I loved working with students that I came back into higher ed, and I spent the last 20 plus years of my career working with students, and I want to say thank you to them for trusting me to help them to grow and trusting in my personal growth and allowing me to grow with them. I also want to say that God puts people in your path for a reason, and I don't ever take a platform without taking a moment to give credit to the folks who helped to shape me. That would be Dr. James Blaine Hudson, and Dr. Ruth Huber. And if you know those two wonderful people, you know the guidance and the care that they give and how it is that they have been pivotal on my path. I would be remiss to not thank Dr. Anita Barbie, and she is a beast of a scholar and a role model, and thank her for her nomination for me tonight. And finally, I know I'm getting to my time, I want to thank my family and my friends, my mom, who is one of the strongest women I know, my sisters who are here in the audience with me, who stand by me, push me, shove me, everything that I need to be able to move forward. My sister friends, Devin and Kanika, they are my best, and they are my foundation, and all of my sorority sisters in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And my parenting partner, who drives me crazy and keeps me sane at the same time. And last but not least, my absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, intelligent, funny daughter, Jordan, who inspires me to be better, do better, and continue to strive to make this world a better place. Thank you so much again for this award, and have a good evening.
Good evening. My name is Ghulam Zaid. I am the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the Brandeis School of Law.
Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Ghulam Zaid, your 2022 Brandeis School of Law Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Ghulam Zaid. I am the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the Brandeis School of Law. I hate that I can't be there with everyone today. Last year was a great experience. Being in the room with so many people doing great things and carrying on the history of the University of Louisville was truly inspiring. I am proud to be associated with each one of you there tonight and in awe of your accomplishments. You do an excellent job of representing the university. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Justice Angela McCormick Bissig. Justice Bissig received her Juris Doctorate in 1990 and her Bachelor of Arts in Political Science in 1987, both from the University of Louisville. As a student, she served as president of the Student Government Association and was homecoming queen. She served on the university's board of trustees while serving as SGA president and again in the early 2000s. Justice Bissig's career includes experience as a juvenile court judge, circuit court judge, and chief judge of the Jefferson District Court of Kentucky. She previously served as assistant county attorney with the Jefferson County Attorney's Office and is a prosecutor in domestic violence and sexual assault. Currently, she serves as the Justice for Kentucky Supreme Court's 4th District. Please join me in welcoming Justice Angela McCormick Bissig to the stage. Go Cards.
You know, I'm standing here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I have a confession. I am not a big fan of country music. I'm just not. But one good thing about being a mother and having children, and they're all over here, is they introduce you to things. And when I got a call about being honored by the University of Louisville, the song "The House That Built Me" by Miranda Lambert. Any of you know that? "The House That Built Me" by Miranda Lambert jumped into my head. And the reason it did is I could really be here honoring U of L rather than the reverse. And I say that because this campus and the people in this university, Jenny Sawyer, Dean Martis, people that I worked with through the years, were really the house that built me. I had my first political campaign here on campus. I learned in a class taught by Dr. Paul Weber the importance of the third judicial branch of government as a balance of power in a healthy democracy. I learned during my time in the School of Law how to write well and participating in the Law Journal. So other than growing up in a family, this place very much is the house that built me. So I want to thank back the university. I want to thank all of my fellow honorees tonight who I know had similar experiences. And 1 second of audience participation. If you are a family member of someone being awarded tonight, if you would throw up your L for me. None of us up here get where we are without the people that just threw up L's. I have my husband, Arnold Rivera, here. I have my stepdaughter, Gracie Rivera. I have my sons, Lincoln Lawrence and John Logan Bissig, and their dates. And they put up with me and support me, and I love them. Thank you all.
Please welcome Kyle Hurwitz, Director of the Center for Military Engaged Students, for the presentation of the first ever Military Alumni Award.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening. As you just heard, I'm Kyle Hurwitz. I have the honor of being the Director of the Center for Military Connected Students, and it is my honor to present you the first ever Military Alumni Award recipient, Michael Kaelin. Michael received his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in Commerce in 1972 from U of L. While at U of L, he played offensive tackle on the football team. While in college, Michael enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and served as a member of Alpha Company, 8th Tank Battalion. He would later go on to join the United States Army Reserve, serving with the 378th Military Police Detachment, Criminal Investigation Division. While in Criminal Investigation Division, he became a special agent, earning the title of Team Chief. He retired with honors from the Army Reserves as a Chief Warrant Officer 3, having served in the military for over 20 years. He enjoyed a lengthy career in the insurance business, which he told me the other day he continues to work, probably more than he needs to. And he continues to serve as president of the Employee Benefit Division for R.H. Clarkson Insurance Group in Louisville. He resides in Louisville with his longtime spouse, Janice. They have 3 children who are also University of Louisville graduates. Please welcome me in joining Michael Kaelin.
Good evening, everyone. Let me start by saying I do not deserve to have this award. I also don't deserve to have arthritis, but I do. Thank you to the University of Louisville for the education I and all 3 of our children have received. My education allowed me to earn my securities and insurance license and start my career in insurance and financial services over 50 years ago, recently celebrating 43 years with the Clarkson Insurance Group. I want to share 2 phrases from my 23-year military career. First, the Marine Corps motto, Semper Fi, which means always faithful. I put a lot of stock in loyalty, and thank goodness, so does the Braum family. We are so lucky to have Coach Braum and his family back home. Go Cards! The second is an old World War I aviator phrase, I've got your 6. This just means I've got your back. No one's going to sneak up to you and blindside you. I've been blessed in my life by always having people around me who have not only always faithful, but have also had my 6. People like my wife put up with me for 60 years and almost has me fully trained. Thank you, baby doll. Our sons, Michael and Tim, who honor me by choosing me as their best man when they married their beautiful wives, Carrie and Amber. Our daughter, Judge Julie Kaelin, who nominated me for this award and allowed her mother and I to swear her in this year as circuit court judge. Our granddaughters, Katie, Leah, and Isabella, and our grandson, Owen. Thanks for always making us proud, your unconditional love, and always having Mimi and Baba's back. Thanks to my work family, our leader and huge supporter of the University of Louisville, Bobby Clarkson, our CFO, John Lasher, his lovely wife, Jane, our CEO, Chip Atkins, and his lovely and recently retired wife, Stephanie. I'll leave you with these requests. First, continue to support the University of Louisville in whatever way you can. Finally, the next time you see or meet anyone in the armed forces, a veteran, or anyone who has served in the military, be sure to say, thank you. Thank you to you, your family, for your service to our country. Thank you for keeping us safe and keeping us free. Believe me, they earned our thanks. Go Cards, beat Duke.
Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Carol Friedman Abrams, the 2022 University Libraries Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Carol Abrams, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for University Libraries. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Michael Kelly. Michael received his Bachelor's of Arts in Humanities from U of L in 1970. He formerly served as the Treasury Director with Christus Health, is a private investor, and is a principal with ARB-CAB Family Office. Michael is very connected to the community through his involvement with several organizations, including serving as chair of the Marion County Community Foundation Investment Committee and a member of the board and trustee of the Retirement Trust and Operating Funds of the Dominican Sisters of Houston. Michael and his wife, Marianne, established the Kelly and Paulson Conversation Endowment in Libraries at the University of Louisville. Please join me in welcoming Michael Kelly to the stage.
I'm not a particularly elegant speaker. I generally avoid it, but I do understand how to express gratitude, and I'm very grateful to the library, to the university, Dean Fox, to Linda Bowie for this award. I do collect rare books, but in my other life, I run my family office hedge fund. I spend an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out where money is going to be, where risk is going to be, studying uranium demand, capital structure arbitrage opportunities, rare, heavy and light rare earth mining, you name it. It's a lot of work. It involves a lot of reading. I read incessantly. When I'm not fishing, we live in South Florida, when I'm not fishing for tarpon or snook or obsessing about U of L athletics, which I do, I'm reading. I'm studying about innovation. I'm studying about transformation and the stuff that people like Carlota Perez writes about, Mustafa Suleyman in his recent book. And that connects me to the library too, okay? All great universities have great libraries. We have a great library. We have a great university, we have a great library. As a matter of fact, if I had this library, I think my grades would have been better. I'm not sure about that, you know. But it isn't just about, and I do collect rare books, but it isn't just about books. It's about providing your student, it's about providing your student, again, providing your students with an optimal situation, optimal space, an architectonic design of a library, and to let them study, to work, to be all that they can be. And I think the library achieves that, okay? the library staff and leadership reflect back to innovation and transformation. I think they reflect innovation, and they understand that the future just doesn't happen. You're going to have to work at it. They're very, very good at addressing your academic needs, working with students to understand their needs. Again, the future just doesn't happen. You really have to work at it. I think they do. So please support them, support us. Finally, as a rare books collector, if you haven't been to our rare books area, our special collections, curated wonderfully for a long time by Delinda Buie, it is massively impressive. They have about 50 collections. The William Bullitt collection of history of science, back to that transformation, Newton's Principia, Copernicus. Please go see it. Well, so thank you very much for this award.
Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Krista Marie Singleton, the 2022 School of Medicine Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Krista Marie Singleton, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the School of Medicine. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Dr. Thomas Udy. Dr. Udy received his Doctor of Medicine from the University of Louisville in 1975. He is among the world authorities on anxiety and panic disorders and has contributed to research conducted on post-traumatic disorders in service veterans. He has won numerous awards and international recognition for his professional accomplishments, including the Dr. S. Spafford Ackerley Award from the University of Louisville. Currently, Dr. Udy chairs the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences at the Medical University of South Carolina. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Thomas Udy to the stage.
All right. So earlier, they came over to the table and sort of gave instructions about going behind and what we're going to do and what you're going to do. And they asked me the question, have you got your comments prepared? And I said, well, not really. And the person who was very nice said, well, you're making me a little nervous. And I was thinking, well, you should be. Also, the instructions that I received was to ask me to keep my comments under 60 seconds. And I, like other people who have family here, one is my older sister, Sandra, who's in the audience, who would tell you that never in my entire life have I ever talked about anything for less than 60 seconds. And most of my friends at the table would agree with her about that. In fact, she was there when I spoke my first baby words. It's true, because she is much, much, much older than I am. My brother's here also, and he's much younger. Doesn't act like it, but he's much younger. And it's glad to have him here with his family. But I do want to tell you that anything that he says about me, don't believe a daggone thing about it whatsoever. Just don't trust him. And it has nothing to do with his having graduated from U of L's dental school. I think he had that problem well before going to dental school here. So. And then my daughter's here, and I don't think she would mind my saying that she has a little bit of a public speaking anxiety. And my background's in mood and anxiety disorders, and she probably thinks she's having more panic anxiety with me up here and what I'm going to say, but that's probably not true. So, I am humbled and greatly appreciative of this award. However, I truly do not believe this to be a recognition of me, but rather a celebration of the U of L School of Medicine and its education, training, excellence, and development of physicians. Just a few thoughts about that. I'm always struck by the situation when a person is selecting a physician for the very first time, that, you know, the internal debate seems to be in the minds of such people is, do they want a doctor who's really smart and knowledgeable, or rather, instead, a doc who is attentive, engaged, and kind? And I always think that's curious, because what about a doctor that has all of those ingredients? They do exist, they really do, and they are produced, and a lot of my colleagues here, I can assert that they have those ingredients. Somehow, medical students at U of L learn to integrate these qualities. How? I'm not absolutely sure. I know it's not by attending and going to didactic lectures. Achieving these attributes are somehow embedded in the learning culture within the School of Medicine. Somehow it is a cumulative byproduct of interactions with fellow students who are willing to engage with you in a meaningful manner. It's based upon probably an ability to reach out to both basic and clinical scientists with questions and engage in a conversation that stimulates your curiosity. And it's also so-called voluntary faculty, private practitioners in the community. And I've been in academic medicine my entire life, and in thinking about interactions with many, many clinicians that are voluntary faculty members in private practice and dedicate time and energy to the medical students and students in general at the University of Louisville is quite impressive. Whether they're graduates of U of L or not, they actually take ownership and great pride in the quality of education and training that exists at the University of Louisville School of Medicine. So I'm exceedingly grateful for having had the opportunity and privilege to attend the University of Louisville School of Medicine. The School of Medicine here, you know, not all academic health systems have these ingredients I'm talking about, and I know that. And you truly have, we truly have a diamond of national excellence in our School of Medicine. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to make those comments. Thank you.
Please welcome Barry Johnson, the 2022 School of Music Fellow.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Barry Johnson, the 2022 Alumni Fellow from the School of Music. And this year, it is an honor for me to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Z Wang. Z graduated from the University of Louisville in 2006 with a degree in music composition. He is a phenomenal composer, a multi-award-winning composer who's composed for the China National Symphony for contemporary classical and film genres. Z was a core member of the music crew at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, and he composed various music programs for the opening ceremony. He is very comfortable in all types of genres and mediums, We spoke a little earlier, and he was telling me that he was very comfortable with using not only electronic sounds, but also acoustic sounds, and even combining them. So please join me in welcoming Z Wang to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. It is my greatest honor and pleasure to receive this award. As my first time coming back after 17 years, I am feeling both nostalgic and fresh. Yesterday and today, I have had delightful conversations with Dr. Satterwhite and his wife, Rebecca. This afternoon, Mark brought me to a choir rehearsal and a campus walk. I was so impressed and super proud of our development here. My time at Louisville significantly shaped me and prepared me for my career up to this point. I want to share my 3 learnings here. First, pursue excellence. Second, be authentic. Remember your passion and where you come from. Last but not least, be persistent and resilient, and always look at the bright side of life. Finally, I would like to thank Dr. Satterwhite for being my lifetime advisor and role model. Mark, for being an amazing host, and Teresa, for your great support and recognition and fantastic leadership. Thank you.
Now welcome Kimberly Meyer, the 2022 School of Nursing Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Kimberly Meyer, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the School of Nursing, and it is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellows, Deidre and Bill Hayden. Deidre received her Doctor of Nursing Practice in 2019, her Master of Science in Nursing in 2009, and her Bachelor of Nursing in 1997, all 3 degrees from the University of Louisville. She's an active leader in the University of Louisville School of Nursing Alumni Council. She is Associate Professor at the University of Louisville and serves as the Adult Gerontology, Primary Care Nurse Practitioner Track Coordinator and Director for the Kentucky Racing Health Services Clinic, which is a nonprofit clinic which provides comprehensive medical care and increases health equity to the backside workers of the thoroughbred racing industry. Bill received his Bachelor of Nursing in 1997 and his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Management in 1990, both degrees from the University of Louisville. Bill is a senior oncology and hematology specialist with Insight. He has served as a consultant on care delivery and has formed business plans for hospital business units and has been instrumental in the startup of Kentucky's first standalone emergency department. Both are well known to the alumni of the School of Nursing and are always on campus, encouraging our students to be more and do more. Please join me in welcoming Bill and Deidre Hayden as the alumni.
My wife let me go first, so thank you guys. So 2 first-generation students, one a warehouse worker, one at UPS, paying their own way to college. We met in Army ROTC. Intramural volleyball at Crawford Gym, picnics next to Gardner Hall, first kiss in the parking lot at Doherty. 6 degrees, two kids, 35 years later, here we stand. I'm a medical executive in the pharmaceutical industry.
Hi, and I'm an associate professor and track coordinator for the Doctor of Nursing practice at the School of Nursing. As you know, our commitment to service is very large at the school, but we understand without our mentors that took risk and believed in us that we would not have been able to accomplish everything, such as redesigning of care delivery models, open new healthcare facilities, managing chronic disease illness programs, building teams, and even reconvene the School of Nursing Alumni Council. I'd like to recognize one of our mentors, which is our guest tonight, because I feel like our mentors deserve as much recognition as we do, and so that is Shirley Powers. She's the former administrator of Norton Hospital, and she's been a part of our journey for almost 35 years, and her enthusiasm and candor and encouragement and availability have consistently modeled professional excellence and remind us all of the importance of having and being mentors. In addition, I wouldn't be here without Dr. Whitney Nash from the School of Nursing, who called me up with one of her, hey, you got a minute calls, and you need to get that alumni council going again. So of course, Bill and I stepped up to the plate and were able to do that. In addition, that patho expert, Dr. Sarah Robertson, and both of who took a chance on me, and I'm now the director of the Kentucky Racing Health Services Center. In addition, without our leadership of our interim dean Letter, I'm not sure where we would be at the School of Nursing, and her leadership is phenomenal, and I want to thank all of you. Thanks.
Please welcome Lee Gill, Vice President for Institutional Equity, to present this year's Diversity Leadership Award.
Good evening. My name is Lee Gill, Vice President for Institutional Equity here at the University of Louisville. It is my honor to present to you this year's Diversity Leadership Award recipient, Karina Barillas. Karina received her Master's of Education in Counseling in 2002 and her Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies in 1996, both from the University of Louisville, where she also served as president of the International Student Organization. Karina is a proud Latina Louisvillian, born in Guatemala. She is a recipient of a Fulbright Scholarship. She is co-founder and executive director of La Casita Center, a Latinx, feminist-led nonprofit born from the vision and commitment of accompaniment, empowerment, and advocacy. Please join me in welcoming Karina Barillas to the stage.
Buenas noches and good evening. 30 years ago, I arrived to the University of Louisville with very few things, a very small bag, tons of dreams, and the desire of having a better life. You see, I come from the poor areas of Guatemala City. I grew up in a family where we faced domestic violence and sexual assault by my father. So coming here and having the opportunity of attending the University of Louisville, it changed my life. Dr. Everett Eggington is here tonight, and I just asked him, how did you survive us? And he asked me, are you still in trouble? And I say, yes. But also, you know, what I got here at UVL is that sense of home. I didn't have a home growing up. I found it here. I found it at the University of Louisville International Center, where Charlene Pepper and Beverly Cooper gave us this very moldy room where we started the very first multicultural center of the university, and where we invited anyone that didn't feel they belonged. I found also love and friendship in amazing professors that saw this poor girl from Guatemala that was desiring so much to reach out beyond everything that was presented in front of her. Dr. Rifat Hassan, Dr. Karen Hadley, among others that pushed me to the limit. I also want to thank to all those mentors and all those amazing humans that became my parents and nurtured me, like Kimberly Cooper. And then at the end of the day, becoming the very first Latina in the state of Kentucky accompanying immigrant women that were facing domestic violence, sexual assault, and trafficking, and having people at the University of Louisville accompanying me in starting achieving my goals, and one of them co-founding La Casita Center. And I want to thank the beloved Diane Whitlow, as well as Dr. Maureen Taylor Archer, who believed in me and told me I could do it. I could tell you beyond of so many stories, because a poor immigrant woman from Guatemala, standing up in front of you in a place where I felt I didn't belong, but that made me who I am today. I am grateful for the new generations, Mónica de Grón, Marcos Morales, mis corazones, and I am grateful because my children, proud Latino Louisvillians, are going to say that they do have a home, not only in Louisville, but wherever they go. And I am grateful for the family of La Casita Center, because it is through sacrifice and love that we accompany the poorest of the poor. I thank you all. I thank you, my alma mater. Go Cards.
Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Duke Appia, the 2022 School of Public Health and Information Sciences Fellow.
Good evening. My name is Duke Appia, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the School of Public Health and Information Sciences. It is my honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Kimberly Mascaro. Kimberly received her Master of Public Health degree from U of L in 2013. Throughout her career, she has held key roles in various healthcare settings. These include health systems, health plans, independent practice groups, and nationally distributed outpatient physical rehabilitation services. Her primary focus has been on developing and implementing growth and health promotion strategies that serve local communities and remove barriers to access health care. Currently, Kimberly serves as the Executive Vice President of Innovation at Confluent Health. Please join me in welcoming Kimberly Mascaro to the stage.
Okay, they must not turn that on until the music comes down. So just FYI, there's only 4 more speakers after me. If anybody's keeping track, we're all excited about everybody that's been up here, but I know everybody's seat is probably ready to move a little bit. Anyway, what a fantastic night. I am Kim Mascaro, and I'm so glad to meet all of you. Dr. Schatzel, Dean McKinney, thank you so much for this incredible honor. It's amazing to be recognized alongside these really outstanding alumni. You probably thought you were going to get somebody much younger. My sister noted that I was the youngest graduate on the whole list, 2013. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. So I want to give a big shout out to my family and friends. My husband Joe is here with me. My sons Chase and Cole are here with me. My daughters-in-law are here with me. And my dear, dear friends are here with me. Thank you so much. You've been through thick and thin with me, and you're here right beside me today, and I'm so appreciative. Okay, what would you do if you were 10 times bolder? So my friend asked me that, and I was 46, and I was like, I'd go back to school. I've learned about this public health thing, and I kind of think I could do it. And so I went back to University of Louisville. It supercharged my career. It made a big impact on Confluent Health and Shoeswell communities. You might know Confluent Health. We are a Louisville-based company. Larry Benz is my executive chairman. He's very, very involved in the university. We are tackling musculoskeletal health. We are in 35, well, actually we're in every state, but we are providing services in 35 states with 7,000 employees. Born and bred here in Louisville, so really excited about that. And our focus there is getting physical therapy first. Okay, quickly. So the other thing, what would you do if you were 10 times bolder? The same friend that asked me that was Stephanie Barnett. If anybody knows her, she's fabulous. She's impatient. She asks for a lot. And she served as my mentor during my practicum. And so my U of L practicum became what is now Choosewell Communities. And we are a 10-year-old 501c3 organization. We're the only organization in Louisville that is providing access to long-term permanent housing suitable for families who are in early recovery with young children. And that's coupled then with recovery-focused coaching and support for multiple years, which is what it takes to stay sober. Anyway, to wrap it up, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for this award, for my education at University of Louisville, for the support and amazing relationships that I've built at U of L. And so thank you for this incredible honor. Go Cards! All right.
Now welcome 2022 Speed School of Engineering Fellow, Norb Paulin.
Good evening. My name is Norb Paulin, the 2022 Alumni Fellow for the JB Speed School of Engineering. It is truly an honor to present to you this year's Alumni Fellow, Leo Jenkins, Jr. Leo received his Bachelor's of Science of Electrical Engineering in 1952, his Master of Science of Electrical Engineering in 1958, and the Master of Engineering in 1972. Leo served as an instructor and professor of the Electrical Engineering Department at the Speed School of Engineering for over 40 years. During that time, he held several administrative positions at the university, including chair of the Electrical Engineering Department, faculty fellow, associate executive vice president for administration, associate dean, and acting dean. Leo focused his research on the design and analysis of feedback control systems. He is the recipient of the University of Louisville Speed School Distinguished Alumnus Award and is an active member and former president of the University of Louisville Association of Retired Personnel. In conjunction with his 90th birthday in 2017, the Leo Jenkins Endowed Scholarship Fund was launched to honor the long-standing support of Leo's to the Speed School. Please join me in welcoming Leo Jenkins, Jr. to the stage.
First, I'd like to thank Dean Collins for nominating me for this award. I've been very fortunate during my career to have a great support team. First, my family. You can't do anything without your family. They're number one. Second, I've had great colleagues at the university who gave me opportunities. Without opportunities, you can't succeed. I've had great rapport with my students who are now my fellow alumni. They've been very good to me, made lifelong friends. But I'd like to tell you one thing about happened to me in a classroom years ago. We were having a discussion, and a student asked me, he said, Professor Jenkins, did you ever have a real job? And my answer was, what do you think this is, a picnic? Well, in reflecting on my career, it has been a picnic, a great, great picnic. Sometimes bugs come to picnics, right? But this picnic has ended with this honor, and it capped off my whole picnic career. Thank you so much.
Please welcome Joni Knight Burke and Kelly Burke, the 2022 recipients of the Student Affairs Legacy Award.
Good evening. I am Joni Burke, and this is my husband, Kelly Burke, and we are the 2022 recipients of the Student Affairs Legacy Award. It is our honor to present to you this year's Student Affairs Legacy Award recipient, Oscar Leon. Oscar received his Master of Arts in Higher Education Administration in 1989 and his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in 1988, both from the University of Louisville.
Currently, Oscar is president and founder of Quality Leadership University, QLU. It's a Panamanian higher education institution he founded in 1997. QLU has offered undergraduate and graduate programs in the academic cooperation with the University of Louisville since 1999. And both institutions have graduated more than 2,000 Latin American professionals in Panama. Oscar serves as Secretary of the Board of the Directors of the American Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Panama. Please join us in welcoming Oscar Leon to the stage.
Good evening, Mr. Burke and Mrs. Burke. Thank you for the introduction. Many years ago, when I started studying at UofL, I came with a dream. I was a school teacher in my native country, Guatemala, as Karina also. And when I came to this city and to UofL, I had the dream to become a school administrator since I was a school teacher. And I had the fortune to study at the business school and also at the College of Education and Human Development. And I had also the honor and the fortune to be mentored by Dr. Everett and Gwyn Eggington and all the faculty and from the College of Business, from the College of Engineering, from the Speed School of Engineering, and the College of Arts and Sciences. And I'm receiving this award in the name of those UofL faculty that have traveled to Panama several times since about 25 years ago. Can you stand, please, those that have come to Panama to teach in our program? Please recognize them with a big hand from the Speed School, College of Arts and Science, the Business School also. And in Panama, we do have this operation in which we bring quality education to Latin Americans, and we are also glad to receive students from Louisville that come to do semester abroad or study abroad. But one of the main reasons we do this is because we want to enlarge the international programs that UofL has in many different countries, and to every dean, chairperson, faculty member, even presidents that have come to Panama from UofL, we thank you for all the support that we have received over all of these 25 years. And to those faculty members that have come to Panama to teach, to my staff, to the faculty, Panamanian faculty that we also have, and of course to my family, Mariana and Oscar Andres, one of my 2 children, one of my 5 children are here, and I have 4 children that have studied at UofL or have graduated from UofL. And my youngest daughter, Angelina, hopes also to be a student of UofL. So go Cards.
Please turn your attention to the screen to welcome Chuck Denny, the 2022 recipient of the Alumni Ambassador Award.
Good evening. I'm Chuck Denny, the 2022 Alumni Ambassador Award recipient. It's my great honor this evening to present to you the next Alumni Ambassador, Mr. Hank Conn. The late Henry P. Conn was a true cardinal success in every sense. He earned his Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering in 1964. He followed that with a Master of Business Administration in 1969. In 1972, he achieved a Master in Engineering. Hank was very involved in campus activity. As a Cardinal, Hank participated in the Air Force ROTC, in student government, and at Tau Beta Pi. Hank was also a very accomplished professional. He achieved notoriety in a long and distinguished career as an engineer, as an executive, as an author, and as a consultant. In 2009, the Conn Center for Renewable Energy Research was created at the University of Louisville through a generous pledge from Hank and his wife, Rebecca. This act of philanthropy also inspired others to give and created the Conn Legacy Society, which honors donors who make long-term investments in the future of our university through their estate gifts. Hank and his wife, Rebecca, also created the Rebecca L. and Henry P. Conn Graduate Fellowship and the Leanne Conn Prize for Renewable Energy at the University of Louisville, which honors their late daughter. Accepting this award posthumously this evening is Hank's son, Phil Conn. Please join me in welcoming Phil to the stage. Thank you.
Well, I get a little bit of power right now, don't I? Since you guys have been sitting here for a while, I can make this real quick, or I can just talk and talk and talk. But Dad would say wrap this up pretty quick, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up pretty quick. He would say thank you very much, and he'd really appreciate it. And he would also tell you that our entire family, we will always be giant ambassadors of the University of Louisville. And we have been since birth, so that will continue on and on and on and on. And second, he would probably say, let's just win the game. You know, come on, it's homecoming. Let's just win this game. And then third, he would probably say, he would paraphrase Mr. Jenkins and say, Phil, your entire life's been a picnic, so wrap this up. Go Cards. Thank you very much. You guys have a great evening.
Congratulations again to all our 2023 Alumni Award Fellows. Now, please welcome the recently inaugurated 19th President of the University of Louisville, President Kim Schatzel.
Good evening, everyone. All I can say is, wow, right? What an evening to be able to honor all of these tremendous alumni. For Trevor and I, it's been a year of firsts. I came here in February, so this is our first Alumni Awards and our first homecoming week, and it's just started off with just such a blast, and we're so pleased to be here tonight. It's been an honor to be able to be here and celebrate with everyone. I want to make sure that we thank some people. I want to thank all the servers and the bartenders that are associated with Louis Catering for a fabulous job. I want to thank Tom for taking all those photographs and running back and forth to be able to do that. We appreciate it. And the other thing I want to make sure of is the people who have the scariest job in the world are the tech people back there, making all these things work. Will you guys stand up so we can be able to give you a round of applause? And of course, the two people that had so much to have this evening be so successful. Where's Josh and where's Sarah? Where are you guys? Come over here. Come on up here, both of you. Come on. I'm gonna make them be. There they are. A round of applause for Josh and Sarah. They truly made it a special night. And we're so glad that you were here with us for our annual Alumni Awards and part of this wonderful homecoming celebration. And before I close, I want to make sure to just point out, this is the largest gathering of this kind for this event ever. So it's historic. You've made history tonight. I want to also again take a moment to praise all of our honorees who've been recognized tonight and add my sincere congratulations as well as Trevor to the recipients. You are so deserving and we are so proud that you are part of Card Nation. Tonight's a great night for the university, gathering with so many loyal alumni and friends. It really, really makes this university so very special and the work that I do so exceptionally fulfilling. The University of Louisville Alumni Awards, as I've told many of the recipients tonight, are the highest honors bestowed by Louisville alumni, and we are so happy to celebrate with you and your family and your friends. Each year, the award recipients exemplify the very best of the University of Louisville. And this 2023 class, well, it's no different. Tonight's honorees represent each of our schools and colleges, and we recognize our signature award winners, along with Steve Trager, our Wilson Hyatt Alumnus of the Year. For the young people and future alumni that might be sitting in this room, I hope that you've been inspired by hearing of the stories, the achievements, the families, the service, the giving back that each of these honorees have told us all about, and that you too are inspired to do that. May each one of you also seek to have a life of service and achievement. And I think it's likely that for many of you, I might see you here in a few years as alumni winners as well. So to all of the alumni that are here today, I want to know that we work hard, very, very hard, each and every day to continue Card Pride and to make sure that you continue to be proud of this university, because we are building upon the legacies that you've all created. And we are so very thankful for that. And I want to end, as many people have mentioned already, we got this little game on Saturday. It's homecoming, my first homecoming day. And I just want to say, beat Duke and always remember, go Cards!